Southwold is a quintessential small English town. It was first described in the Domesday Book as being a prosperous fishing port. However, that isn't the case today and hasn't been for a long time due to land formations called shingle bars, which are like pieces of or large areas of sand within bodies of water, and that creates more dangerous waves, and thus ships can't land. So Southwold as a commercial area ceased to be, and today it's mostly used as a resort for rich English people. In 1659, there was a devastating fire that destroyed most of the town. Um, but instead of rebuilding the lost sort of structures, the town decided to um, establish what they call the greens, and essentially that is just bright grass and shrubs, which gives it gives the town a genteel look. Um, Also, a noteworthy place is the Southwold Pier. It was established in the 1900s. However, it was destroyed by a vicious storm. However, it has been refurbished today, so you can go see it. In the 1600s, the Battle of Solway was fought off the coast of Southwold Beach. It was a battle between the French and English on one side and the Dutch on the other. Um, yeah. To commemorate the battle, cannons were installed at Gun Hill, and ironically, a lot of people think Southwold got attacked during World War One because of these cannons. The Germans thought they posed a threat. So in World War Two, the town decided to hide them, but they were still attacked anyways. Of course, you can also visit the Church of St. Edmund, um, which was completed in the 1490s. It's famous for its bells and graves.
Southwold today isn't exactly the most interesting town, but it certainly has its charms. As Sean pointed out, there's a lot of history behind the little seaside village. The Adams Brewery there is still a thriving business, as it has been since 1872, and in the summer season, the town's population increases from about 1,300 to over a million. Much of its tourism is undoubtedly generated by the large amount of history in the town, like George Orwell's old house or the town's lighthouse. But whatever it is about Southwold, it clearly radiates the kind of charm that people are drawn to when selecting a destination for holiday. Rowan Atkinson owns a second home in Southwold, and so do Michael Palin, Chris Evans, and P.D. James, among others. Gordon Brown even took his family there on holiday recently. Though Southwold may seem rustic, lately it has only been affordable to the very rich. When staying in Southwold today, visitors can rent one of the 248 12-foot by 8-foot beach huts, or sheds, for around £200. They're forbidden by law, however, to sleep in the sheds, so they have to find other accommodation for their nights, which involves most likely staying in the beautiful Swan Hotel from about £100 to £250 a night, or renting a cottage for the duration of their stay. Residences in the area have also been selling at very high prices lately, as you can imagine. When visiting Southwold today, the harbor is a prime destination for tourists, whether it is for boating, swimming, brushing up on the history of the area by checking out the monuments on Gun Hill, which overlooks the sea, or just enjoying the beauty of the seascape. The weekday market on the high street is another attraction to the town. Though Southwold may not be the busiest or most interesting place that we've ever seen, we definitely found it a beautiful place to visit. Mary Kate will now tell you more about our rather unique visit to Southwold.
So when it came time for our trip to Southwold, we learned that it's not so easy to get there. The woman at the travel office we asked for help actually told us we'd be better off Googling for images than trying to actually go ourselves. But academically honest students that we decided to go in person. We found that the best way to get to Southwold is to take the train from the Norwich train station to Lowestoft and to catch a bus from Lowestoft to Southwold. So while we were there, we enjoyed a pint in the Red Lion pub, And we also spent some time in the Orwell bookshop, where us English majors really had a nice time exploring not only the collection of Orwell's books, but also the other books that they had in stock. We also went to St. Edmund's to enjoy this kind of spooky graveyard. We went the day before Halloween, so that was kind of a cool experience as well. For the most part, we found Southwold to be a really beautiful, albeit sort of quiet town on the coast, and we definitely recommend going to anyone who's interested.